Moi moi, it is your boy, Joinen. It's been a little while since the last one and you have some questions, so today is episode 2 of Q-Time with Joinen. So we're going to start off with a couple of, this is by far the most asked question on my channel, and I find myself replying to this too often. So here it is, the video addressing the question that everyone apparently wants to know. The question comes in many forms, so let's have a look. Are you Finnish? Why do you say moi moi? Are you Finnish? Did I just hear some Finnish? Is your last name Finnish? Are you Finnish? Conspiracy theory. Joinen is a Finnish person, or has roots in Finland, who lives in Australia. Evidence. The name Joinen ends with a N-E-N. More than half of people with Finnish surnames have surnames that end with N-E-N. His intro, moi moi, is a Finnish greeting. Confirmed? Maybe. I don't know. I just found his channel. Are you Finnish? Dude, are you Finnish? It's been bothering me since you talk Finnish in your intro. Okay, I can't take it anymore. Is this dude Finnish? Why does he keep speaking Finnish? Landed on your videos by a happy accident. Immediately knew you were Finnish. That good old Finnish intuition. Moi moi, new Finnish subscriber here. I remember reading in a comment that you're Australian, but one or both of your parents are Finnish. Do you speak the language? Also, nice video. Did I just hear Finnish? You say you're Australian, and you sound like an Australian, but your name is very Finnish-esque, and said a moi moi at the start of the video. Suspicious. I need to investigate further. Wait, are you Finnish? Just heard you speak Finnish early on in the video, lol. What are you saying at the beginning? Sounds like moi menta culo, Portuguese for ass movement. We will get to the answer in a second, but first of all, we have actually the most asked question. That was the second most asked question. The most asked question on this channel is sort of tied in. What the hell is your accent? Why do you have a USA, then switch to Australian accent? Your accent is cute, TBH. You sometimes say a hard R, and sometimes you sound Australian or something. I don't know, British? I'm sorry, I'm American, kill me. When the comment British PewDiePie came up, the accent came out more somehow. I'm American, but I'm confused about this. Your accent is interesting. It sounds like it's American sometimes. The accent. ASMR. 2 minutes in and I realized he had an accent. I don't have an accent. Everyone else has an accent. You sound like a British person attempting a stereotypical American accent. New sub, mate. Quality content. But I do have one question. What exactly is your accent? I'm Aussie too, but you've got an interesting twang when you pronounce certain words that I haven't heard before. You are a mix between an Australian and an American accent. I'm trying to find out where you're from just with your accent. It's hard. I'm guessing Northern Ireland, maybe? Possibly Midlands? Your accent is effed in some words, ending in R. You pronounce like an American, and words with an R inside them, you pronounce like a effing Brit. Your accent sounds a lot like when someone from UK tries to mock an American accent. It's very funny to me. I mean no disrespect, it just cracks me up. I'm always so caught off guard when Australians pronounce their R's. My brain doesn't process your accent, you guys. Haha, your accent changed into American in some words. My Aussie accent does that a lot, too. I'm hooked on your channel, dude. Been binging it since I found you. Your effects and shooting style is awesome. I'm new to the channel. Did I just hear you say, moi mitä kuuluu? This is definitely enough grounds for me to subscribe, even though you sound distinctly Swedish. Or other Viking species. Okay, oot ihan varmasti ainakin puoliksi suomalainen? Sort of. Let's put this question to rest, finally. First of all, I am Australian. I'm completely Australian. I was born and raised in Australia, except for a single year of my life. When I was 9 years old, I lived in Finland for a year. Why did I do that? Because my parents are Finnish. My mum was born in Finland, my dad was born in Australia, but his parents moved from Finland to Australia before he was born. So something may be said by having Finnish parents who speak English, maybe somehow that has just stuffed up my accent. Possibly. But really, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just speak, guys. I'm not trying to sound American. I'm not trying to sound British. I'm not even trying to sound Australian. I'm just talking. I pronounce my R's. I pronounce some of my words differently to how Australians or Americans or Brits or Northern Irelandish people may say it. I'm not sure what else you want me to say. But now that that's been clarified. Let's move on to some other questions. Grey Undertale Lover asks, what's your favorite letter? This has to be the most boring question I've ever been asked. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm sorry. In my last video, I asked you to leave me questions. Richard Taylor asks, Duke, what is your fave Finnish sentence? Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Raincloud asks, is the water looking clean? I suppose. Maxwell Hanan Del Cid asks, I need to know about your precious ferret, bud. Please. Wait, did I call it Bud in one of my videos, or are you calling me Bud? This is Soot. She is at least a couple years old now, I don't really remember. And she's a mongrel. Gabrielle Hurd asks, why did you become a YouTuber? I don't really feel like I am a YouTuber yet. I feel like I'm someone making YouTube videos, and I will become a YouTuber when it becomes like my job. I mean, I guess in my head, that's the definition of a YouTuber. But that sort of seems like I'm avoiding your question. Why did I start making videos on YouTube? Because it's just the perfect combination of everything I love to do. I've always loved filmmaking, acting, computers, and video editing, and I just get to do all of it when I'm making YouTube videos. Tomato Biscuit asks, what challenges do you have as a YouTuber that maybe larger challenges don't have, and vice versa? This is an interesting question. I think the key difference between larger and smaller YouTube channels is that larger YouTube channels don't have to worry so much about whether certain types of videos will get views. It's difficult as a smaller YouTuber because you're constantly fighting against videos you want to make versus videos that will actually attract an audience. Because you don't want to be small forever. I don't want to be a small YouTuber forever. I need to make videos that will actually get views in order to attract more people. But my favorite videos are the ones that get almost no views. And I think when you're bigger, that doesn't matter so much. You don't have to worry about growth. Vice versa. What does that mean? What challenges do larger channels have versus smaller channels? I'm not sure. I can speculate. I assume it's harder for larger channels to have as much of an interaction with their audience, but I imagine there are some unforeseen challenges that come with being a larger YouTuber that I haven't even dreamt of. Josh Barlow asks, my Q is, if you could live in any era of history, which would you choose and where would you occupy? I'm gonna assume right now isn't an option because that's what I would pick. In all fairness, I wouldn't go back far. I might go back to like the 80s or something. It's just any further back and people were like blaming diseases on smells, and like I want to live. Where would I occupy though? At this point it's just like, where would I like to live if I lived in the 80s? Maybe not Australia, maybe somewhere a little bit more relevant. But that could be anywhere. Monkey face squirt ×3 emoji asks, noodles or pizza? You better answer me, Dad. See, this depends on the context of the question. If you're asking me what I would prefer on any given day, I might say pizza. If you're asking me if I had to get rid of one and not the other. But if you're asking me if I had to eat one for the rest of my life, I'm going with noodles 100%, because if I just ate pizza, my life wouldn't last very long. I actually do really like noodles, but I would just feel bad if I got rid of pizza for everyone. Washington DC asks, why? Percy asks, biggest accomplishment / dream that has come true so far in your current YouTube career? This is a very interesting question, and actually one that I should probably give some thought, because often as a small YouTuber you're constantly in the mindset of fighting an uphill battle, and not often do we stop to take a look at how far we've come. Certainly my biggest accomplishment is actually having regular viewers and commenters, the people who will watch whatever I put out. Regardless of how relevant and regardless of how many views it's going to get, there's a small portion of my viewer base who is committed to my videos, even the ones that I love and other people don't. It's super cool because I know what it's like to make videos and have literally no one watch them. To put days of work into a video and release it and just no one cares. So the fact that there are some people who care is just amazing. What's your biggest fear? I'm not sure. I don't think about that too often. I would probably be scared of running out of a purpose. I don't think that would ever happen. But if that ever happened, that would be a scary time for me. Jack of Luck asks, how much do you weigh? Okay, well, this has been fun. Next time I do this, I'm just gonna tweet asking some questions. So make sure you're following me there so that you can be there and ready for that. But have a good day.